Good morning. I'm Tim Patterson, Trade Show Guy Exhibits in Salem, Oregon. It is August 28th, 2017, and you can find me online at TradeshowGuyBlog.com. I'm also the author of Trade Show Success, 14 Proven Steps to Take Your Trade Show Marketing to the Next Level. You can pick it up on Amazon or get a free digital copy at TradeshowSuccessBook.com. Also the owner of Trade Show Guy Exhibits in Salem, Oregon, a project management full-service exhibit management company helping clients such as Bob's Red Mill, Dave's Killer Bread, Betterment, and many, many more. Today on the program, I'm going to chat with Ellen Goodwin, who coaches individuals and businesses on productivity and accountability. I mean, I think these are really important to your success, whether you're in or out of the trade show and event industry. So welcome, Ellen. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And you're coming to us from San Diego, is that right?
I am.
Excellent,
We're getting ready for a heat wave.
Yeah, heat wave. You missed the eclipse last week, right?
We got 70%. Yes,
well,
you got it all.
Well, actually, I was in Santa Cruz I went down to Monterey that weekend. I had a trip planned. I go to the Pebble Beach Concours every year with a friend, and we were coming out of Santa Cruz, and it was cloudy during the eclipse. So we missed everything.
Oh, yeah. No, we saw it. We put our little glasses on.
Oh, good. You saw the little thumbnail out of the sun. That's cool. That's cool.
Yes.
So being productive, obviously the key to success in so many ways. If you can't get things done, nothing happens. So let's start with that. Why do people sometimes have such a hard time getting things done?
Procrastination.
That's one of the big ones.
There's actually 4 different types of procrastination. And so like identifying what one you're dealing with is step number 1 that will help you get it done. So you've got low value, low priority procrastination. Yeah, I always classify that with household things like cleaning and, putting things away. It's low value. That you don't get a lot out of it. Then you have fear-based procrastination, which is the bigger one, which fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not knowing what to do. That just stops us in our tracks. The third is distractions, shiny squirrels. Oh my goodness, we've got right here, the screens and oh my goodness, phones, things like that. So just distractions where it's so easy to get off track. And then the fourth is when we've got something that's so far away that it's hard to focus on it today. Think about going back to school, losing 20 pounds, exercising, things that like, oh, I'm going to do this, but what if I don't do it today? What's the big deal? So
right. I run into that in this industry, actually, because people will have a project that's 6 months down and they've got a lot to do between now and then, but they go, hey, it's 6 months away. What do I need to do today?
That's the thing is you have to keep it. It's a cognitive bias, and the bias is you need to keep things in the present day, because if you don't keep it in the present day, you don't get it done. We can't see ourselves tomorrow. Our future self is an unknown person. And that future, just like you're talking, 6 months away, that 6 months away person is totally different than today person.
Right.
So you have to keep yourself in today. And that's why I always call it what gets measured gets moved. You have to figure out a way to keep track of it today so that you see it further down the road.
So can you take small bites? Is that how you look at it? Or
absolutely, small bites, and then keep track of them. Somehow, you have a chart. You can do what's called don't break the chain, where you have your calendar and every day you mark off in red an X when you do what you've done. And the idea is it will make a chain of red X's so that oh, I've done this. And then the idea is you don't break the chain, that there's all these red X's. It's a streak, just like athletes.
Yeah. I'm guessing you work with people, individuals, as well as businesses. And so what kind of projects are they running? Is it like writing a book, getting a project of work done? What kind of things do you run into?
Writing books. Oh, absolutely. Writing books, up-leveling their business to a new, trying to do something new that's going to take, these employees learning something new so they can push it out. I have people with debt that would be individuals with debt. That's a huge one.
Oh yeah.
Because paying off your credit cards, you can't see that. Like the whole idea of in 6 months, my credit card's going to be paid off, but how do you do it today? So I had a couple I worked with, and they huge amount of debt. So big chart, one end, really high, big number, other end, zero. And so we plotted out if they paid this much each month, how it would go down. But then we took that chart and we put it on their living room wall. So God and everyone could see it. And the idea was they saw it every day. And in seeing it every day, after a couple months where they see the numbers go down, they started to come up with ideas of how they could save more money that they could put towards the debt. So because they were seeing it every day, it was an everyday thing. And something that was going to take, we figured, at least 18 months. They brought it in about 12.
Wow.
And then the great thing was they turned it around and they started a new chart with a really low number and a really high number at the end, and they saved money to buy a house.
Very good. So having the visual reminder, from what I understand, 60 or 70% of us are visual learners, and we need that visual reminder. And I think that's a great example of how that really works with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to see it and see it every day. So it's the same as people talk about vision boards. It doesn't matter what it is. You just, if this is what you want, find a way that you see it every day. And if you can track it, that's even better, because that works more with your brain. Like, oh, I did it.
I just thought of this. I want to lose 10 pounds. And so a guy said, you should use this app called Lose It, And I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a try. And for, several weeks, nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd log it and you'd see the little thing, and then slowly it came down. And after about 5 months, the weight's gone. So it's funny how the visual reminder, just knowing you're doing it a little bit, you think, I only lost a 2/10 yesterday, so whatever. And it went up 3, but over time it works.
Yeah, as long as the trend is downward.
Yeah.
I did earlier this year, I did a thing with a friend of mine, and I just logged all my food every day, just in a notebook. At the end of the day, I'd snap a picture with my phone and sent it to her.
Right.
And all she had to do was just send me a little thumbs up. That was it. And it was great, because during the day, I would remember, somebody's going to see this.
Right.
So, especially when we went through Girl Scout cookie time, I was like, somebody's going to see what I wrote down and ate, and I don't want that. So
accountability is a really big part of what you look at. I bet. I told you in the green room there that I've been taking a sales class for the last year or so, and one of the things we started at the beginning of this year was, what's the one thing we're doing this week that we can be accountable with. And my thing was, I'm going to prospect 1 hour a day, 3 days a week, and having that accountability, knowing you got to show up and tell people about that on a weekly basis is really powerful.
It's so powerful, because you don't ever want to say, I didn't get it done because I was on Facebook, or I was doing this or doing that. And then you think about it, and it's 1 hour. You're talking for you 3 hours, 3 hours, and it's out of a 40-hour week. I mean, 40 hours.
Whatever that it means, yes.
Yeah,
I know.
For reference, let's just say.
Yes.
But 3 hours, and you start to think, well, that's ridiculous if I can't do 3 hours. And then having someone hold your feet to the fire and go, did you get it done?
Right. And then you find out that, gosh, I did, I've gotten some leads coming in. I've got this and that. Had good things happen as a result. And then you've kind of make that your cookbook that you do on a regular basis. It becomes instilled into your daily plan.
It's systematic. And that's the thing, systems work. They really do. And you have, and just like with the food thing too, you set up a food system, and maybe your system doesn't have to be complicated. I choose not to eat this and this, but I eat this. I eat lots of salad. That's your system.
Yeah.
And that starts to work.
I was on your website. I noticed you. One of the first things people see is to get the book, Get Out of Your Own Damn Way, step-by-step blueprint to finally end self-sabotage in your life. That's cool. It's fun. So tell me about that. How'd that come about?
Oh, all of us deal with self-sabotage, and it's in just the same as productivity. It's also neuroscience based. So it's just learning to look at what you're doing and how you're stopping yourself, And a lot of it comes down to just what we're talking about. It's productivity based. It's also limiting beliefs, where we talk about things in our head, and we are the person we talk to the most. I don't care if you've got a spouse, you're working. We are the people we talk to the most. And we say things to ourselves, oh my God, we would never say to another human being. I would never say to you,
right,
gee, you look terrible in that outfit, and yes, those pants make you look fat. I wouldn't ever say that to you, but I'll say it to myself.
You say it to yourself. Yeah.
So overcoming self-sabotage is just getting out of your own damn way. There's so much we can do if we would just unlock the gate. There's no lock on it, it's just shut.
Yeah, and we make excuses and rationalize, and
we do so many.
It's crazy. And you talk about procrastination. So do you have some productivity tips you'd like to share with us today?
I got lots of them.
Oh, you got lots of them. Okay, well, let's go over a few of them.
Yes, you know what? We could go all day. I'm doing a series right now of 26 of the live videos of the ABCs and XYZs of productivity. So well,
let's see a few. Let's share a few.
Okay. Focus. I'm huge on focus, because that's when you really, really can get things done. So one of my favorite timing schemes, because I'm a big timer fan, it's my little clicky
it's the
kitchen
egg timer.
Yeah. Yes. And what I like about this is because it clicks, so you can hear it, so right. you know time is passing. So people swear by the Pomodoro method, which is 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. But I actually like one called the 10 plus 2 times 5 method. And I know it sounds like a lot of math, and there's no math. What it is you're breaking your hour into 5 sections of 10 minutes with 2-minute breaks, and then you do it all over again. And so I have an app on my phone called Seconds, and it's a free app. I mean, you can buy parts of it, but all you need is the free part. And you set up boxing rounds, basically. So you set up 10 minutes, and then the bell goes off, and then you get 2 minutes, and the bell starts again, and then away you go, and you set up 5 of those. So what you do, so you write down before you start out. I always just take a list of things I want to accomplish in that hour. And it's important for me, because once you finish something, you want to have the next thing, so you can just jump in. So your brain, again, distractions, you don't want that. So you start and you just work for 10 minutes, boom, boom, boom. And then the bell goes off and you get 2 minutes off. And I like to just stand up, stretch a little bit. Bell goes off, away you go for 10 more minutes. And you do that 5 times. And at the end of an hour, you've rocked out 50 minutes of really good, productive, focused time.
And you basically, you're filling your coffee, you're stretching or taking a walk around the house during those 2 minutes. You're back, you sit down, you're at it. Your mind isn't really gone from it, but you're taking a brief mental and physical break. I like that.
Yeah. And I find that's a good one when you have shorter things to do, maybe outlining blog posts or just doing some rapid writing, or, even reading, whatever it is. And again, I think it's important just to have a list, so you can go, that's done.
So that app you're saying is called Seconds, huh?
Seconds is the app on your phone.
Okay, gotcha. Check that out.
And the whole thing is called 10 plus 2 times 5.
There you go. So let's go to another one.
Okay. Batching. Batching is a big favorite of mine. And batching is when you take, and you can set a timer. I'm always timing. Set a timer and do, let's say 20 minutes of the same type of thing. So whether it's paying bills, returning emails, writing, reading, it doesn't matter, but you're doing the same type of thing for the whole time. So you're not shifting between things. There's no context shifting. You're not writing, then reading, then talking to someone. You're doing the same type of thing. So your brain clicks in to the same type of thing, and you can focus much better and get things done.
So you're taking care of the money stuff, for instance, paying bills. If you got invoices to send out, you're updating spreadsheets that relate to that. It's all under the same umbrella, as it were.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Exactly. I mean, I read this morning, and they were talking about batching, and she's like, you wouldn't wash one sock at a time.
Mostly you wouldn't, but yes, some people might.
I know John Lee Dumas, who you probably know who he is. He's podcasting guru guy. he takes the first and second of the month, every month, and he batches all of his interviews, because he does a podcast every day, and he does 30 interviews in 2 days, just gets them all done, so that the rest of the month is editing, putting them out, doing all the other stuff. That I would classify as extreme batching.
That is extreme batching. But hey, if it works for him,
there might be something to it.
And so the rest of the month he's producing, he's rolling them out and scheduling the next set of interviews on the first and second of the day.
Doing all this other stuff. And I would imagine, the first couple are a little rocky, and then you just get into it and away you go. And there it is.
You just spend your whole day doing it for a couple of days, and then it's done.
Yeah.
Especially if you got that much going on, like 30 a day, 30 a month, you're going to put out that many. So
crazy?
that's crazy.
So
crazy.
Yeah.
So how about one more?
If-then plans. And so if then, they're, it's much easier than their real name, which is implementation intentions. So if-then's way easier.
Okay.
So these are great when you're trying to start to build habits or work with habits, even get rid of habits. And what it is you are planning ahead. So if this happens, then this is your response. So it is great. Let's say you're trying to lose weight. So if I'm at work and someone brings in cake, so if I eat junk food during the day, then after work I take a walk and have a salad for dinner. So I've already got my action when something goes off the rails, or
you've already decided your response to it.
Exactly. So, it could even be like, let's say I'm trying to be better about going to the gym. So if I wake up, then I get in my gym clothes and go. Or if I'm going to bed, my gym clothes are right here. Then I put them on in the morning and go right away.
Gotcha.
If it's 5 o'clock, then I'm at the gym. You settle, just decide when there's a something, what your reaction is.
Would it work the other way, like with the cake? So if I take a walk, then I've earned that cake? I'm just wondering.
Asking for a friend.
I'm sure some people's minds would work that way. I want to have a piece of cake, so I'm going to go take a 20-minute walk.
Well, and that works. Yeah. So, if-then plans are great. They overcome the what the hell effect.
Right.
What the hell is, like in that situation, I've already had a piece of cake. What the hell? I'm going to have more. Well, no. I've had the cake. Now I know what my next plan is.
Right. It's fun talking to you, Ellen. Let's find out. Let's share where people can find you online.
You can find me at ellengoodwin.com. Pretty simple.
Pretty straightforward.
I'm that way on all the socials.
Okay. And so I mentioned when we set this up last week that I would give you a chance to share one good thing. Have you come up with something? One good thing. Could be anything. Could be a book, an app.
You know what? I am, and I don't know if I'm backwards or not.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
So Lamb. I don't know if
Christopher Moore, Lamb.
Christopher Moore. It is the most sarcastic, silliest book, and it's about it's the Gospel according to Biff, which is Jesus Christ's childhood friend.
Good.
So it's a very funny book, and it tells the story of Jesus Christ from the time he was 3 till he was 30. You know how the book ends, but in between, it's all sorts of funny. So
if you like the life of Brian, you might like this one.
Oh yeah,
okay.
You've got
Gotcha.
There's some similar things.
Some of that,
going
similar
on.
themes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, my one good thing is I actually cleaned my desk this weekend, and it's like it's clutter free almost, and I like the idea of a clean desk. And so I'm going to share the one good thing is a clean desk. It actually helps you work better too. Yeah.
It does, except when you can't find now what you. Where's my stuff?
Yeah, Ellen, it's been great talking to you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Too.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
All right.